It's here. Hello, everyone. Now you may be wondering, what's here and who are you? Well, welcome everyone to First Take Tech, honors tech reviews done right the first time. And this is the new EXO Cinemaster 2. It's a great drone that I picked up and I bought a few weeks ago, and it's finally come in. And I decided to do a review over it and actually start a new YouTube channel. So, super excited about it, and let's just get right into it. So this is the EXO Cinemaster 2 inside of this box, and if you don't know who EXO is, they are a drone making company based out of Salt Lake City, Utah, here in the United States. And currently you can pick up the EXO Cinemaster 2 for $350 online on their online store. I saw this drone and I've been wanting to pick up a nice camera drone, one that can do some cinematic shots and flybys, and not an FPV drone. I just want to have some smooth shots, and this was the drone that I chose and I picked out. And so let's just continue to open up this box. I do like how they have their brand printed on the box. I know a lot of companies do that, but it was shipped through UPS, and sometimes they make you put your box inside of theirs, which is a little annoying if you're buying directly from the company. But this package came within about 2 weeks of me ordering it, which is a little bit slower than I liked, but I did order it 3 days before Christmas, and so that's not really on them, that's on me, and they didn't really have the ability to ship when no company is open to ship. So let's continue to keep this open. As you open it, I see this. Well, you guys can see it. So open it again, and there is a box inside of a box. And this is the EXO Cinemaster 2 box. And let me get this packaging off. This, you can see it. This is what the drone is going to look like, and you can see some of the specifications over here, such as a vision system on the bottom for landing, GPS and a map for flying, and it also is compatible with 5G, the signal it puts out from its controller. Now let's open up this box. You got all the stuff on the back and the bottom, and their brand logo on top. So as soon as I open this box, you can see that it comes with another box on the inside. So when you buy this drone, you get 3 boxes that you can use, put somewhere. I don't know. But this is actually not just a box. This is the carrying case, or the hard case, that comes with the drone. And personally, I was really excited about this because I'll be using this drone and traveling with it, taking it to school and other stuff like that. And I wanted a box that I could use to carry the drone, and not just a pouch and not just the drone itself, like I've seen a lot of the DJI drones if you don't pay for the Fly More kit and other stuff. So this is really nice that it does come inside of this. It's not really a hard case. It's more of like, I'm not totally sure how to say it. It's not plastic. It is some sort of not I'm actually not totally sure what the material is, but it's squishy, but it does offer some protection with a nice rubber carrying case or handle at the top of it. So I'm really pleased with that. But let's open it up and take a look at the drone. I'm actually really excited about this. I've been waiting to get a drone for a really long time, and I'm really excited that it comes here. Here you can see there's 2 extra battery slots. I did buy the version that only uses 1 battery because I didn't have the money to spend $60 extra dollars for another battery. So I will be just fine with 1 battery, and that's okay. Maybe later on, if I can find batteries at a cheaper price, I'll get some. But as of right now, I just have the battery. So this here is your drone. Let's take it out of the case. It fits very well in there, and it's a very slim drone, very, very slender. And to open it up, you pull out there till it clicks, till it clicks, till it clicks, and till it clicks. And when I was researching this drone and looking up, what I really liked about it is the way it folded up to be slim. And these arms come in at the center of the drone. So the center of the mass of the drone, these arms actually fold in, where I've seen in a lot of the DJI drones, to the Mavic and the Mavic Air and the Pro, where the arms come from this outer spot and then fold outwards. Not that it really matters, I just kind of like the design of it. It looks nice, and here is the 1 battery. Now when you do get this battery, it comes with a foam tip at the front, so make sure before you fly to take that off. But this is the size of the battery, and it comes with an indicator, and mine is about quarter of the way full. Not a quarter, 3/4 of the way full, as you see on that indicator. And that was turning it on. And to turn it off, you just hold the button again, and the battery is off. So that's a very lightweight battery, and the drone without it is lightweight as well. Now this is, let me check real quick, and I'll add in some statistics on the side of the screen here. It's one of the heavier drones. It has a level 5 wind resistance, which means that it can go up to winds of, I think it's 15 to 20 miles an hour wind, which is really good, especially in windy conditions. You'll have a smooth shot and a very easy flying, and your drone won't drift too much with it. It's a relatively large drone. I have pretty big hands, and it's a lot bigger than my hands are. Here at the front, you have your gimbal cover. It is a 4K 30 frames per second drone. Camera on the drone. Here you have your gimbal cover. How do I take off? There are instructions. Well, those aren't instructions, it's just a sticker. But it is a gimbal cover, which is nice for transportation. It means your camera's not going to be flopping everywhere as you transport it, and it will stay protected. Okay, so you pull. Don't want to break this here, because that would be sad to break cover. Oh, popped out and popped forward. There we go. And here is your camera. As I said, it's a 4K camera. Has a gimbal here, 3-axis gimbal, so you're going to have stability on your horizontal tilt as well as forward and vertical tilt, and you can adjust the camera. I'm going to take this off the lens here, and that's what it looks like. And it looks very clean, very professional, and I will boot up here in a second, and we will take a look at how that gimbal actually works. Now, what else comes in the package here is you have 2 extra battery slots for if I were to buy newer batteries or more batteries, you could slip those in there. So I like that even though I bought the 1 battery version, they do give you slots to hold more if I were to buy more batteries. Now this is the controller. It is relatively small controller. So I'll show you. The drone I had before was not that good of a drone, but this is how big the controller is of my old drone. And so this is the EXO controller, and it's a lot smaller, and it's about the same weight. Let me put this back real quick. It is not a rechargeable battery drone. So you flip these down as, I guess, kind of joysticks, make it easier to hold the drone to control up at the top, and then you pop it down, and it's just 2 AA's. So that's not too bad. Those will last a while in here, especially with this being a controller, and that's what the controller looks like. And here's some settings and stuff I have to play with. You got a camera button, you got a hover and return to home button over here. And then your screen has all your battery statistics, and I'm gonna have to play around with this a lot more. This is your GPS on and off switch, and these are, let's make sure I'm doing this correctly because I don't want to break anything. And here is the other, and these are, yep, there is a wire in them, so let's see if I can focus that at all. There is a wire inside of this one, so they are actually working antennas, and they're not just there for show. And for your phone as well, you can pull this up. It has a installation or instructions, so you can put your phone in here and have your phone on your controller for the drone and the camera and all that. And that is the controller you're getting. It is honestly pretty nice, and I'll stick some batteries in it here in a little bit, and I'll show you the app though you have to use to fly this drone. And at some point, probably not today or when I post this video, another video, I'll show you guys some shots I get from it, as well as some features and things, and my opinion on how the drone works. So right now, I'm gonna slide the battery in here and see if I can get that gimbal to turn on. You just push and it clicks in, and that's your release button. And you can click it again and it pops up to be a lot more sturdy. And so this is the drone in itself. Now, I'm going to turn on the drone, so you hold on this button, and I don't know if you can hear that, but now it is on, and now that gimbal is actually staying still for your camera. and everything is on as you see in there. And don't know. Camera still is rotating with the drone. I think that's just because I haven't set it up fully yet. But it has turned on. And I'm going to turn it off here because I don't want to waste power because I don't feel like fully charging it because I want to get into the air layer today and it's about to get dark where I'm at. And so that is the drone, that's your controller, that's the batteries you'll be using. Let's see what else is in the case. Okay, let's see what's in this first one. This first package. Okay, I don't need to open these. These are extra propellers in this first package, so they do give you a whole new set of extra propellers, which is nice in case you crash and you break some. And this, I assume, is the charger for the drone. We're just gonna. I don't really need to keep this package completely intact. So the one thing that's I thought was really cool is that the battery is charged by USB-C, and so especially with my phones and everything that I have is USB-C. I have some fast chargers for it, and so that's going to be really nice to charge the battery of the drone on the same thing that my phone can charge, and not have to worry about having a special adapter for things or a special charger. And it comes with a screwdriver to help take off the propellers and to fix those propellers as well. And here is your user manual. I will definitely be reading this before I start flying. But thank you guys, and I'm really excited for this drone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some of the instructions here. Um, Full user manual, quick start guide for for the drone. I'm going to show you guys the app that you have to use and how to set it up, and then I'm actually going to go fly it. But I won't be posting the video of the flight test immediately because I'd like to fly it around in a place that is a little bit better of a flight plan than just my house. Another thing I forgot to show you guys are the legs that flip down and let the drone sit straight on itself on the ground or wherever you have it for a good and clean takeoff. So I'm going to read these instructions and I will be right back with how to start up the drone. For me, it's going to be a few minutes, but for you guys, it's going to be like this. Okay, everyone. So I've read through the quick start instruction manual and I'm going to teach you guys how to actually connect to your drone. So the first thing you're going to do is turn on your drone till it makes those noises, flashes. That means that it is currently on. I'm going to connect it to the controller and it has automatically connected. I think there might be something else that I have to do. I'm not fully sure. It is connected though. As you can see, it's reading out the drone data and connection strength. I'm gonna have to figure out because they told you there's another way to do it, but I think it should just connect. Yes, it does automatically connect. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to connect the drone to your phone and the app. So first, what you have to do is go into your settings, look for your Wi-Fi, and that's my Bluetooth. We're going to go to Wi-Fi, and we are going to add a new network. Now, it should be called the drone, the name of the drone. I'm going to flip this towards me so I can actually see. Here we go, and we're looking for our drone, and here we go. It says drone. Oops, sorry about that. It says drone 4G. So I'm going to connect to it, and it is connected up here. Now we're going to go down, and I have already installed the X-Drone app, which is what you're going to have to use. So I've already, what am I trying to say? I've already installed it, and I'm going to go enter device. And you're going to say allow, and it is giving me a no signal. So what I need to do is, says I'm connected. It broke. I don't think the wings are arms are supposed to look like that. Well, it's day two. I just got the EXO Cinemaster 2 yesterday, and honestly, I was really happy with it. As you guys saw in the unboxing, it's a really clean drone, and I really like it. It's very weighty. It has good wind resistance. It has a large battery in it. The camera is really nice, and overall, I really love the drone. And it was a joy to fly for all, let's see, 13 minutes of flight time. Um, well, I guess I'll tell you guys the story here. I was taking it out for its first test run today. I had to charge up the battery. The battery takes a really long time to charge. It's a really large battery, but I didn't expect it to take all night to charge, so I wasn't able to fly it yesterday, which is why this is day two of the video. And I took it out this morning, and I took it out for about, I think it was, let me look at my logs here, a 7-minute flight the first time this morning on a full battery charge, and it flew really well. Its hovering is really good. It looks nice in the air. It's not extremely loud, and it just control-wise flew very well. And so I flew it around. I flew it a few hundred feet out and about 100 feet up, so I can get above the trees around my house. And my controller was losing battery because I didn't put in new batteries in the controller. And of course, I didn't want to disconnect from my controller all of a sudden, and so I went back in and I got new batteries, and I put the new batteries in the controller, and I brought it back outside, and I sent it up into the air for I think about 30 seconds. I reached a max altitude of 200 feet and a distance of 29 point feet, and I actually was flying it just past my house a little bit, and all of a sudden I hear nothing. I heard no buzz of the drone, and I turned to look, and I didn't see it actually, but I heard it, and a few seconds before it hit the ground, and it goes like a really high buzz of the propellers spinning, and I heard it hit the ground. And at that point, I knew it was over, and because I was very high up, and it was a little sad to walk over and to find my $350 drone on the ground with two broken arms. Um, it wasn't it wasn't fun to walk over there and see all of my money on the ground dead and not functioning. But of course, I do not know what happened with it. It was flying regularly. I had a full battery charge, and even if it didn't have much battery charge, it has a GPS mode in it, which is really nice. I did test that out a little bit, and that flies back to where you launched from. And so it's a really good feature if you disconnect from your controller or the drone gets low power and it automatically fly back to home. But this case, it completely lost power. The battery was still in it, so I know it wasn't the battery because I checked to make sure the latch is there. And if you do get this drone, make sure you do latch it in correctly and properly, just so a battery fluke doesn't happen with you. But up here at this top button, you just press in, and it's actually kind of hard to get out. And you just pull it out, and then you slide it back in, and there's that tab that pops back up. My battery had popped out on impact, so the battery was still in the drone when it did hit the ground, which was a little weird. I'm not totally sure what actually happened with the drone when it hit the ground, or actually why it came out of the air, because this drone has actually a very long distance. Let me look on my. I'm gonna switch you over to my second screen here. It has a flight distance of 1,500 feet. Sorry, no, that's the Cinemaster 1. The Cinemaster 2 is over here on the right and has a flight distance of 2,500 feet, which I didn't come near to during that time, as I'll show you my flight logs. There's my camera. And so this is my flight logs. I don't know if I'll be able to get that to focus at all, but you see the distance here. I flew 29 feet out, and my height was 196. And so I'm honestly not sure what happened, because when you lose connection, you're supposed to fly back. It just fully lost connection, and ultimately it hit the ground. I will be reaching out to their customer service and seeing how that is, and I'll be documenting that later in this video to see how it happens, and what their refund rate is, or and stuff like that. I did not buy the insurance because on their website the insurance is I think $150 or $100 for a few years of insurance on it. And honestly, I don't have the money for this, or the money for the insurance, and so I didn't pay for that. And I realize now that maybe I should have, but ultimately I didn't have the ability to. Um, and so it's very sad to see a bird with two broken wings. And the front wing broke off up here, right at the connection point where they put the two joints together. I'm not sure why they have a joint connection there, but obviously it's just in the design, and that's nothing that goes against them. And then this bottom one hit. I assume this propeller hit first, and as you can see, it broke off at that corner. So all in all, I'm actually very surprised that it's not more broken than it is, because it fell from almost 200 feet up and it hit a tree on the way down, which made it tumble. But the gimbal still works. It does still power on. The gimbal works. The camera still works. It's just I can't fly it now because of the two propellers, and that is a little sad. But honestly, things happen, and it wasn't under any of my control. I flew it the best that I could. I made sure I wasn't flying recklessly or dangerously, and it was just a fluke of something, and I think it was just a malfunction from the manufacturer. And so I'm reaching out to them, and I will see what I can get, if they're willing to um, help me replace the drone in some way. Um, but also, I could fix the arms myself. The arms are um, it broke off at the arms is what I'm trying to say. And so it is a fixable thing because they made it to be able to, I don't know if you can see here, there's two screws right here that hold the arms in, and I assume that's if you needed to buy new arms or something like that. But the company, I'm not too upset about it because it's a good company, they're a new company, and I don't really hold any grudge against them because that's just what happens when you mess with electronics. Something happens. I just hope they're willing to help me out in either replacing or helping me to fix the drone, to be able to fly again, because I was super excited about it, and for it to crash, and ultimately not burn literally, but crash and burn on its fourth flight is a little sad. But with the four flights I did have in it, the first two were 30-second flights because I didn't have the battery charged enough. But the one flight I did for 7 minutes, it was a very good flight. As I said, it's a very stable drone, and so if you're wanting to catch some good videos and stuff, it flew very stable, and it was kind of windy. Just a few gusts or whatever. It was nothing major, but it flew very well, and the video was still transmitting very stable, and the gimbal works extremely well as well. But one thing I will warn you about on it is that you need an SD card for the drone. The transmitting video frequency is only 720p, whereas it is a 4K camera. And in order to get that 4K, you need to have what am I trying to say? An SD card inside of the drone that can hold the storage, and so it doesn't have to transmit it, and it keeps it on the drone, and then you can take the SD card and put it, excuse me, into your computer. I wish it did transmit 4K, but that does take a lot of signal strength and power, and that's obviously not really like I wouldn't use the video from my phone to put it into there. I would like it on SD card, and so that's nice. Everything else worked really well on it. The battery charged well, even though it took 5 hours. But they do tell you that on when you buy it in the instructions that'll take a long time. It looks really nice. I'm really excited about it, or was excited about. Hopefully, I can find a way to get it up and running again, or hopefully EXO, if you're watching this, maybe you can help me out. But I really do like the drone, and I really do like the company. They are an American-made company in Salt Lake City, Utah, and so I would trust buying from them before I trust buying from anywhere else, just because it's good old American work down there. And so I'll be reaching out to their customer service, and I'll document that for you guys. But stick around, and hopefully we can get something fixed out of this. But let's talk to customer service. Okay, so before I go and talk and show you guys my customer service, talk with them. I want to show you guys the camera quality and just some of the video that I took before the drone crashed. It's 720p. If I had an SD card, which I did not have it in at that time because I was just flying a little bit before like I actually take it somewhere. And so this is 720p, and that's why it looks a little bit blurry. But this is some of the drone that I took, and this was just around my house and around the woods of my house. So I'm not flying over people. Trying to keep safety in that why mind. And at this time, I think I'm 170 feet in the air. Legal is 400, and the drone can obviously go to 2500. But here's some of the video, and it performed a lot better than I thought it was going to. Actually, sorry, not. Oops. What's happening here? Not what I thought it was going to. It performed way better than my expectations were, specifically for like drift and all that stuff. The camera does have a little bit of those waves in it. I think that's just from transmission. I don't think that's anything bad. And what's actually really cool here is you can see really far away. So I'm gonna see if I can. You can't see it. So this tower over here, that's about a mile or a few miles away. So it does have a very long range. Of course, it's not clear, but it does have a very long range, and it's very clear. The video, I have some past videos of another drone, and it's very blurry, choppy. You get those transmission lines in a lot. And this is just some houses around my house, so the next neighborhood over. And that's some of the video from it. You can't see you do in the top right here. If you look in the top right, you can see sometimes the propeller come into view, but that shouldn't be a problem as long as you have your camera angled. And here I'm just rotating the camera down on the gimbal, and it's a very steady shot. I the camera I used before on the drone didn't have a gimbal on it, and it's very steady. It's a lot more steady than I thought it was going to. This is just flying around a little bit. I'm gonna skip through a little bit here because this is just flying around, and that's just looking down. So again, I'm above all trees. I'm not above anyone, and I'm just looking around the house, and it's honestly really fun to fly. If I were to have a better view and angle, and if I had an SD card in there, I would probably take some pictures and some uh, 4K video of a house. You could very easily with this drone do drone videos for people, sell those, make a business out of it, and that's what I was planning to do before mine broke. But here it flies smoothly, especially with that gimbal. As I've said, it keeps the camera very stable. I'm just going to skip forward a little bit here because I was just trying to line up some shots. And there's just the front of my house, and we're still flying over. I think this point I decided there's a neighborhood, and just this shot just shows really the capability that this drone has, in my opinion. The colors look very good in it. They're very vibrant colors. Of course, it is the dead of winter, so you're not gonna have like spectacular colors, but they look very good, and especially in 720 on the phone. And hopefully, if I can get this drone fixed, I'll be able to show you guys some 4K video later on in its career. But the transmission never cut out on me. It was flying fine, so you can see in the top corner some of the propellers in the view, and it looks really nice. Like I came from a drone that was big, bulky, didn't fly that well, connection was that good, and just jumping to this drone, and yes, it is $350, but the price you're getting for it and what you're getting for it, I would say rivals one of the Mavics and part of the DJI line. There's just some more pause, and I'm flying over, and it's very controlled. At this point, I can't see the drone anymore, so I am relying on that camera. And what I really like about it is that the transmission never broke up. There was no delay, it was immediate to the transmission, and just look at how smooth it is. This video is very smooth, so if you wanted to get some pictures of a neighborhood, something like that, if you're a realtor, or even some scenic pictures, this drone works really well for that. And I'm exceedingly happy of the one flight that I got out of it. Um, Again, it's just very nice colors, very nice. There's the woods and back towards. And what I thought was cool, you can actually see I'm high enough up that you can see the curvature of the earth, which potentially could be a lens thing. I'm not totally sure, but it looks like the curvature of the Earth and the horizon line, and it looks so good in my opinion, and I'm really happy with it. I just wish if it didn't fall out of the sky like a dead bird. Um, but I had no uh don't know why it happened. I wasn't doing anything stupid with it. I was just flying like this, and I wasn't out of transmission, and it didn't do the return to home. It just fell. So I kind of assumed that was just a manufacturing bug somewhere in there. But yeah, and so I'm flying over all these trees. I'm not losing connection at all with the controller again. And it just is very smooth, and I really like the transmission of it, the easiness to fly, and I'm actually gonna the controller that you have here comes inside the carrying case, and when you turn this on, it it has, let's see if I can get that to focus. It has your transmission signal, those two bars that go up. It has your height and your distance, and also the speed and different other things. And this whole flight, I didn't lose signal. I didn't even drop a bar of signal, partly because I wasn't even close to going to like the outside of the uh, specified range, but also it I was expecting maybe one bar drop, but I didn't lose any at all. And here I just come back and I land, but just back here, I I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with just one second for my camera to load. I'm very happy with what it looks like, and I wish if I would have got one more fly, as I've said. But if I had to buy it again, or if I had to buy a drone again, I would most definitely buy this drone again for the price. The price is really good on it. The build quality feels really nice. And the only reason it broke is because it fell out of the sky. And hopefully we can get that worked out with something, because uh, I I don't know. I spent my hard-earned money of moving cutting down and moving like 10 trees around my house for my parents for firewood, and that's where I got the money to buy this drone from. It's a little sad that it fell on the fourth flight, but if I had to buy it again, and if I had the money to buy it again, I definitely would. It's a very good drone. The battery life was amazing in this. I think this I flew it for, let's see, yep, 4 minutes, 4 minutes and 33 seconds. And so in that 4 minutes of flight time, um, you have a half an hour battery, and the battery didn't drain at all. And so that was a very nice perk. And hopefully, when I reach out to customer service, they can help me a little bit with something. They can help me maybe replace some of it, or even if they wanted to help to just replace the arms of the drone, because as you can see, the only thing broken on it are the arms. This one popped loose, and then the propeller up here, and it looks like they designed the drone to actually be able to have those arms taken out, which I would do at some point. But hopefully we can get that fixed. But just because the drone is broken, I would still recommend it to people. It's a very nice drone. It feels very nice. They give you a whole hard carrying case with it that has slots for extra batteries, and you can buy extra batteries for it, and it comes with instructions and manuals and extra propellers and everything to keep the drone running and up and good. The only reason I had a problem with it was for an unknown reason. Actually, I have no reason why it broke, or why it just dropped out of the sky, but hopefully I can get in contact with EXO and we can get something worked out with them. But until then, I'll keep you guys updated on me working with the Department of Connection with them, and to talk about what can happen. But thanks for watching this review, and if you think about getting this drone, I would totally recommend it. Or I would recommend any of the EXO drones, either like the X7 Ranger or the original Cinemaster, and they're all very good drones in my opinion. And I've looked at them for a while now, and I just had some bad luck here at this one. But again, EXO is an American-made drone company based out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and it's a very good company, and I would totally support them, and hopefully they'll support me right back in helping me get a replacement for this. But again, thank you guys for watching this, and I'll keep you updated with customer service. Okay, so customer service, let's take a look at it. I'm going to switch scenes here, and this over here is actually from 2 weeks ago when I ordered the drone. Let me move this up here. And here they were just being very nice with me, and I was asking them about return policies in case I needed to return something if it came broken, or if I decided I wasn't happy with if I could return it. And of course, they gave me all of their explanations of it very quickly, and then all of this. And then this is today. After the drone broke, I came inside and we started talking to them. I just said I'm gonna need some help. And a few minutes later, Mike came and said, "Hey, how can we help you?" And then I told them what happened. Just that I received the drone yesterday. I took it to fly. Drone malfunctioned in the air, which made it fall and ultimately broke two of the arms, as you guys have seen. And then we have a new representative here who came and talked with me as well, and he asked me if I bought the protection plan. I didn't, because it's another $100 or so for a protection plan, and I don't have that type of money to spend. I said I don't. He said, in this case, we can offer you a discounted replacement drone. Now, at this point, I went and I looked for, I'm going to jump out of here, I looked for refunds and cancellations to see what all qualifies as a refund. And up here, it says all drones are subject to a 90-day. This doesn't really apply to me because I wasn't just returning it, I was looking for a warranty. And here's the fly and try program that I am under as well. Damages are here. It says if an item is damaged upon delivery or is damaged due to malfunction, you can contact us immediately, which is what I'm going to do. And damages that occur at fall use are not covered. Of course, this wasn't at the fault of me because I was flying normally. I have the logs to show that I was flying normally and that the drone just fell out of the air. Now, there is a warranty policy under damages, and we'll go and we'll take a look at this. And this is the big thing that I think will help me the most, since it's the standard 1 year manufacturer warranty. And basically what this says is that they will cover or refund or replace any drone that has any damages from shipping, like initial damages, or if it has a malfunction. And we can come down here, and that's if you pay for it. Sorry, it's differences, claim procedures. Where is it? What qualifies as a malfunction? Malfunctions are limited to any technological defect that prevents you from using the drone in its intended use. And that's what I would classify my situation as, because I was flying it normally, and then with nothing that I had done, the drone fell out of the air and ultimately crashed, and it got broken. Says any preventable damages are not deemed malfunctions. Well, mine wasn't really preventable because I had no way of knowing that was just going to fall. This is talking about the replacement insurance if you want to purchase that. Again, it's a few $100s for. I'm not totally sure how long, but you can pay for that. And so I came here looking for what really is warranted under a warranty or a return, as I was looking for a place that I could get help to fix my drone. And so I talked to them through here, through their portal. They don't have a phone number for you to contact with, just an email or this chat. And so I said I didn't, and he said in this case we can only offer you a discounted replacement drone. Well, I read all of this, and that's not really what it says. But of course, they would have to look into the warranty thing, and he's just a representative, and so that's completely fine on his part. He's saying what they can do and helping me out a little bit. And I showed them, or I told him about my situation, that I thought that I fall under the standard 1 year manufacturer warranty, because of the nature of the breakage and stuff like that. And he said we need video and flight log for this. We can only offer you a discount, or without, we can only offer you a discounted replacement. I do have flight logs, but the only thing that I don't have is a in-flight video like the one I just showed you in the review. And I don't have that because the drone wasn't in the air for more than a minute, and I wasn't wanting to just. It didn't occur to me to press play while I was, or record while I was just flying around above the trees and not actually trying to capture anything. So I told him, I said I have the flight logs and pictures of the damages, which if you look at the warranty policy down here, it says that, where is it? Let's take a look at this. Pictures are required to claim defective merchandise, and it doesn't say anything about videos. Of course, video would just solidify my argument, but of course, it says pictures, and that's what I'm going to give them. And I asked him how to send it to him, and he, of course, replied very quickly with the form request that I would be doing after I finish this video, and I'll send it to them. And I asked again about the video and if it's just pictures, and he didn't respond to that because I did ask another question underneath it. And I said, "What's the price of the discount replacement drone?" And he said $300. And the clip that I'll have after this will tell you guys more about how that went down. So this is the first interaction of my customer experience with them, and so far it's been really good. It's been a really good interaction. They've been quick to respond to me. They've given me detailed answers and ways such as this form to go and to get my case settled and fixed. So far I'm very pleased with them, and I'm thankful that they're able to talk and reach out to me as soon as they have been able to. Okay, so I am here with the tech representative that I've been talking to for the about past hour or so about the situation that I'm in. As you can see, the last few questions I've asked is, what are the price of a replacement drone? Because before he said that there is a discounted price for, I assume, if I return the drone. And so I asked him that, and he replied with 300. And I'm not totally sure if it's 300 off of a new drone or if I will be paying 300. So that's what I need to ask now. And it's been a very good conversation so far. I've gone through two representatives, and they've both been very helpful. Just to this text group, they don't have a phone number for you to call, but that's okay because they're very quick and they'll respond within a few minutes of asking you the chat on here. And overall, even though I do have a broken drone, it's been a really good conversation with these two, and I hope I can get something worked out for a little bit of compensation. But here I'm just going to ask them about uh, if the 300 is how much I'll be paying for a new drone or for a replacement one, or if that's a discounted credit for a replacement one. So this is the question I asked. It's basically what I just said, and it's just, is $300 what I'll be paying for a new one, or is it just a credit? So I'm gonna ask that to him, and it will show us at some point whether he sees it or not, and then he'll respond. But until then, I just gotta wait for an answer. Okay, so he replied very quickly. It's only been about like 2 minutes, and he says that that would be the price of the replacement, and they don't give credits toward a new drone, which is it's. I bought the drone originally for 349, and I'll actually go to the shop where I got it from. Um, I bought the Cinemaster 2 here, and it is on sale as of current. Let me move this out of the way. And so it's $349, and so they're only taking $50 off, which is, I guess, okay because they are having to replace a drone. But that chat was, they were very quick about it, and I'm happy with that, and I'm glad that they were able to respond quickly. So from now, I'm just gonna go and I will be putting in a request for the drone refund because inside of their warranty claims they have some things that weren't really explained fully in this chat because I didn't ask the questions about it. But their help service, especially in the chat, is very quick and it's very fast. And so if you have anything problems or even just questions about a drone, it'll be very good to go to them and to just ask them because they're willing to respond to you quickly. So I'm just going to thank him for his time because it is their time that I've been taking today. So man, I cannot type. So yeah, their chat is very quick, very responsive, and you do. I realized I moved my camera there. There we go. They're very quick about it, and I appreciate that. They're a very good company to communicate with. I just hope there's a way that I can fix the drone or get a replacement for it because it was an unexpected accident and it was a malfunction in my opinion. But other than that, they've been really good about it, and I'll let you all know the next steps that I take. So thank you all for everyone who stuck around to this far in the video. I know it's been kind of long, but I kind of just want to walk through my experience with getting the drone broken, and then hopefully getting the customer service review out of this, and maybe getting some help from EXO. But all in all, I really like the brand. I really like EXO. I really like the drones that they put out. They're very high quality, and I'm excited to see hopefully if I can get this one fixed or refunded or something like that. But until then, I'll keep you guys updated in another video if something happens of it. And if not, well, then we'll have to figure something out. But once again, thank you guys for watching, and welcome to First Take Tech. Real tech reviews done right the first time. See you all in the next one.